Modern life, it really feels like it rewards just speed, doesn't it? Urgency seems to beat accuracy most days.
It does, and the price for that is often, well, our own peace. We end up feeling drained, scattered.
That sense of being fragmented, constantly behind, I think a lot of people feel that.
Absolutely. And that's exactly why today we're doing a deep dive into some structures designed really to push back against that feeling.
Okay.
We're drawing from engineer Reuben Juma Onunga's work, specifically his book, The Sound of Stillness, A Guide to Calm Power in Turbulent Times.
What's fascinating about Onunga right off the bat is how he wears two hats. He's an engineer, thinking about durable structures, but he also calls himself a pastor of the ordinary day. It's an unusual combination.
It really is.
Yeah.
And I think it helps him avoid that false choice we often feel pressured into making.
Good choice is that.
You know, the one between needing real spiritual depth and needing practical, almost ruthless rigor in how we manage things.
Ah.
He's not offering quick fixes or, the latest self-help trend. He's focused on the actual architecture, building something that lasts.
And that's exactly our mission for this deep dive. We want to pull out those core repeatable structures from his work.
The kind of structures that can help you, the listener, meet pressure without all the drama.
Yeah.
And maybe even turn some of that anxiety into something useful, into service, building quiet power inside all the noise.
Okay, so where do we start? What's the foundational blueprint here?
Well, Onunga starts with this central idea, almost like a hidden mathematics, that he believes rise people kind of instinctively understand and practice.
Okay, let's unpack this. An engineering formula for a steadier life. What is it?
He called it the equation for mental energy. It basically determines the strength of your life's foundation. It goes like this. Pure mental energy equals calm nervous system times clear inputs times consistent, meaningful output.
Okay. Calm times clarity times output. And they're multiplied, not just added together. Why multiplication?
That's key. It highlights the compounding effect. Think of it like load-bearing capacity in a structure.
Right.
If your clarity and output are maxed out, but your calm is basically zero, you're a bundle of anxiety, then the whole equation crashes. 0 times anything is 0.
Ah, so one weak link breaks the whole chain.
Exactly. But the flip side is powerful. If you just slightly improve all three, maybe move calm from a 3 to a 4, clarity from a 5 to a 6, the overall result jumps significantly, exponentially even.
Because they multiply. Small, consistent gains have a huge impact.
Precisely. It's why those small daily practices matter so much.
Okay, let's take the first term, calm. He insists it has to be a chosen condition, not just a mood you hope for. How do you engineer that?
It starts physically. With the body, he points out that our nervous system can, well, lie to us. It can generate thoughts of crisis when things are actually manageable.
So how do we counter that?
The anchor is simple.
Yeah.
10 slow nasal breaths the moment you wake up, before anything else.
10 breaths. That sounds basic.
It is basic, but he calls it a non-negotiable protocol. It interrupts that fight or flight response before the day's demands even hit you. It's like saying, okay, I choose the ground I stand on this morning.
Choosing your ground. I like that. Okay, so that's calm. Next is clarity. Clear inputs. If the body is the ground, the mind processes things.
And it needs clean fuel. The mind eats. If you feed it junk fragmented news, endless arguments online, constant novelty, you get junk attention span. Clarity is about building filters, really guarding what you let in.
Guarding the gates. Makes sense. If the inputs are noisy or muddy.
The thinking, the output, it's going to be muddy too. Simple cause and effect.
Which leads us to the final multiplier. Consistent, meaningful output. Why is making something, producing output, so important for mental clarity?
Because just sitting still mentally, being passive, it's toxic for attention. Think about still water. It gets stagnant.
Yeah, it gets that film on top.
Same with thoughts. If they don't move towards some kind of creation, they breed a fog. Output, especially meaningful output that aligns with your purpose.
Your calling, as he puts it.
Exactly. And doing it consistently, like daily-ish. That process purifies your attention. You're running it through the filter of purpose.
So you shift from just watching things happen
to actually shaping something.
Yeah.
From spectator to steward. It's a fundamental shift.
Okay, the theory is clear. Calm, X, clarity, X output. Now, practically speaking, how do we start the day right? He talks about guarding the dawn, that crucial morning hour, output before input.
Yes, this is critical. He offers what he calls a minimum viable day ritual. It's designed for that first hour, even if life is chaotic. 3 core steps. And crucially, before you touch any screens,
No phone first thing. Okay, step one.
breath and intention. We already covered the 10 slow breaths to anchor the body.
Right.
Then you speak a single sentence of intention out loud, maybe something like, "Today I protect my peace and finish one true task with love."
Speaking it aloud, why is that important?
It engages more senses. It makes it more concrete. It's like issuing a quiet, firm command to yourself for the day ahead.
Okay, anchor the body, state the intention. Step two is the input filter. Wisdom before screens. This feels like the hardest part for many.
Oh, definitely. That phone pull is strong, like gravity.
Yeah.
But Onunga is firm. The first words you let in should have stood the test of time. Read scripture, philosophy, enduring wisdom for maybe 10, 15 minutes.
And then there's a specific action.
Yes. Copy one line by hand, just one sentence.
By hand, why not just read it or highlight it?
Writing is consuming. Copying, he argues, is like a silent apprenticeship. It forces your hand, eyes, mind to slow down to the speed of the ink.
Ah, it makes it stick more, makes it feel more
Exactly. It's a physical commitment. It embodies the idea that truth doesn't hurry.
Okay, so body anchored, wisdom ingested slowly.
Yeah.
Then step three, the single focus block. This is the output before input part.
Precisely. Set a timer just 25 or 30 minutes, not long, and dedicate it to the most important task connected to your calling, not the easiest, most meaningful.
And strict conditions, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Do not disturb on everything. One browser tab open if needed, that's it. He says, you are not proving your worth, you are proving your willingness to begin.
Just starting,
Yep.
laying that first brick.
Yes, proving to yourself first thing that you're a maker today, not just someone reacting to incoming messages.
And to track this momentum, he suggests the maker's log, or the one-page day. Sounds like a journal.
Simpler than most journals, it's more like a ledger for momentum. Quick, honest, not for deep emotional dives.
What goes in it?
4 quick things. Yesterday's truth, what you learned or completed. Today's first true task, that 25-minute focus block. 1 line of gratitude. And 1 person you plan to intentionally serve or connect with today.
Very concise, setting rails for the day, not dwelling on the past.
Exactly. It keeps the focus forward.
Now, inevitably, when you sit down for that focus block, the inner voices pipe up, the curator wanting more research, the critic saying it's not good enough.
Ah, yes, the internal committee.
How does the structure help with them?
The structure itself is part of the answer. You acknowledge them gently, but you stick to the plan. Motion clears the water.
So you just start anyway.
You start anyway. You tell the curator, ideas come faster when my hands are moving. You tell the critic, poor is the necessary first step to excellent. That first draft isn't for judgment, it's for learning.
And doing that flips the switch.
From spectator to steward,
Yeah.
from watching to tending your patch, it's empowering.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting for me. We've won the morning, maybe, but then the rest of the day tries to invade, guarding the mind all day long, that input hygiene.
It's relentless, isn't it? It requires constant vigilance. It starts with a vow, almost. He suggests literally writing it down near your workspace. Only what makes me wiser, kinder, or more skillful may live close to me.
Wiser, kinder, or more skillful. That's the filter.
That's the gatekeeper question for every article, every podcast, every notification. Does it pass that test? If not, it doesn't get your prime attention.
How do you apply that filter practically, though? We need information.
He recommends curating what he calls a tiny canon. Very small, very select.
Okay.
Maybe 1 core source for soul philosophy, 1 essential source for your craft or field, and 1 reliable source for world news, emphasis on reliable, not just loud or fast.
And the key is how you engage with them.
By appointment only, not on impulse. Use scheduled time to check these sources maybe once or twice a day, rather than letting them interrupt you whenever they flash.
Scheduled intake. I like that. And what about just quiet? He mentions silence windows.
Yes. Crucial. 2 slots a day, maybe 30 minutes, maybe 60. No audio input, no screens, no sermons, no podcasts, no news.
What's the purpose? Just boredom.
He'd say it's not boredom, it's reality surfacing. Silence isn't empty, it's full of the patterns of your own life. You need that quiet space for the mental sediment to settle, to actually see what's going on beneath the surface noise.
Allows patterns to appear. Okay. This input control must tie into how we handle work communication, too. The engineering work modes the tile method.
Ah, this is brilliant for teams and individuals. It tackles the huge cost of context switching. We tend to blend everything. Deep work gets interrupted by email, which morphs into social media scrolling.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Kills focus.
Totally. So the tile method simply means naming your work mode and sticking to it for a set block.
What are the main tiles?
3 core ones: DW, for deep work. That's the single task. DND on, full focus mode. Then AD for admin.
Email, messages, that sort of thing.
Right, batch processing it. Check and respond, maybe twice a day, say mid-morning and mid-afternoon. Not constantly.
Twice a day, people might panic if they can't reach you instantly.
That's where clear expectations come in. Structure is compassion, remember. You state your response windows. An autoresponder, maybe a line in your email signature. I check messages around 11 a.m. and 3 p.m.
So people know what to expect.
Exactly. He notes that teams doing this actually became gentler and more productive quickly because the predictability reduced anxiety. And the third tile is SO for social.
Social media or team chat?
Either, but capped maybe 20, 30 minutes max, and never the first thing you do in the morning or during prime deep work time.
Okay, DWADSO. Naming the mode reduces the friction. Got it. Now, all this structure needs a solid base. Let's talk foundations. The body, our relationships. Health isn't the main goal, but...
It's the servant of calling, as he puts it. You can't run good software on broken hardware. The body's the battery.
And the number one thing for charging that battery?
Sleep. Non-negotiable. Guarding that 7-8 hour protected window. Sleep is the night watchman for your attention, your mood, everything.
And the golden rule for protecting sleep.
The phone sleeps somewhere else, not in the bedroom, period.
That single change. Decisive.
It really is. It stops the late night doom scrolling and the early morning urgency injection. Lets your mind actually power down and power up cleanly.
Okay, sleep guarded. What about energy during the day? Movement.
Disciplined movement breaks. Not necessarily long workouts. He loves the 5:05 rhythm.
50 minutes working, 5 minutes.
Oh, what? 5 minutes to stand up, stretch, maybe do a few deep breaths. And critically, look far away, out a window, down the hall. Relax your eyes from screen distance.
Ah, the eye strain thing. Looking far helps.
Physiologically, yes. It resets the eye muscles and seems to release some mental tension that builds up from close focus. He calls short walks without headphones moving prayers.
Moving prayers. Nice. Okay, physical foundation covered. What about relational structures? Boundaries that hold. This is a big one for people. Saying no, protecting focus.
Huge. Boundaries define where your energy stops and starts. To actually work, he says they need 3 things: clarity, company, and a clock.
Clarity, company, clock. Unpack that.
Clarity means being specific, not vague. Company means they often need to be communicated, not just kept secret in your head. And clock means they often involve time limits.
Can you give an example? A script.
Sure. Instead of just saying, "I'm busy," to a vague meeting request, try something clear and kind like, "Happy to connect if there's a specific decision needed. If it's more exploratory, I'll need to pass this week to protect my project deadlines."
Sets a clear condition.
Or setting the clock. "I've got 15 minutes free for a quick call right now before I dive into my next focus block." Clear sentences, he says, protect soft hearts, both yours and theirs.
And the final piece of the foundation. Circles of strength. We can't do this alone.
No. Trying to be a steady island is an engineering flaw, not a strength. We need support structures. He outlines 4 circles.
4 layers.
Yeah. First, God at the center, that daily connection, prayer, abiding, foundational. Second, family. Your first practice ground for patience, especially simple things like, eyes up at the dinner table, real connection.
Okay, spiritual and family. What about work and peers?
That's third, purpose peers. Not just random friends, but maybe 3 to 5 people who are also committed to meaningful work. People who value truth over just performative support.
Comrades in the work.
Yes. Maybe you meet regularly just to share one win, one struggle, one next step. Keep each other grounded. And fourth,
Elders.
people decades ahead of you in life or work.
Why elders specifically?
Borrowing their perspective, their decades of experience can save you years of mistakes. They've seen the patterns.
Okay, so we've got the daily practices, the input filters, the body care, the boundaries, the support circles. That's a lot of structure. What holds it all together week after week?
This is maybe the most countercultural piece. The Sabbath pattern. He doesn't see Sabbath rest as a reward you earn after working hard.
No. What is it then?
It's equipment. Essential equipment that makes the other 6 days possible and humane. It's a weekly built-in statement. I am a creature. I am not the creator. I have limits.
A weekly reset. And it involves specific actions.
4 verbs. Cease.
Yeah.
Stop using the tools you normally use to control or produce. Put down the work phone, the email, the spreadsheets.
Okay, cease. Delight.
Enjoy creation, beauty, relationships, food. Rest without needing it to be productive or improve you. Just pure enjoyment.
Cease delight.
Repair. Tend to your body, your mind, maybe relationships that got frayed during the week. gentle restoration. And finally, remember who you are apart from your job title or your productivity. Remember, you're valued for just being.
Cease, delight, repair, remember, keep the day different.
Profoundly different. No commerce, no striving, no optimizing, just being.
Okay, but let's be real. We're human. We'll mess this up. We'll grab the phone first thing, skip the walk, let the boundaries slip. What happens then? Does the whole system collapse?
This is where Onunga offers so much grace, I think. He says, when you slip, and you will slip, the absolute worst response is wallowing in remorse or guilt.
So don't beat yourself up?
Definitely not.
Okay.
And don't wait for next Monday to restart. The cure is the smallest possible reset, executed immediately.
Smallest reset, like what?
Breathe. Just take one conscious breath. Name the very next small action you can do. Maybe just putting the phone down. Maybe just standing up for 1 minute. Something tiny.
Yeah, do it when?
Before noon, if possible. The goal isn't perfection. It's getting back into rhythm quickly. Think of the whole thing like a 30-day reset. It's a renovation project, not a life sentence of perfection. Rhythm always outlasts sheer willpower.
Rhythm outlasts resolve. That's good. Action, not guilt. Persistence, not perfection. Okay, as we wrap this deep dive, what's the ultimate aim? If someone implements these structures, what does that calm power actually look like in the world?
It's not about being emotionless or silent. It's about having a truer rhythm. The practical payoff, he says, calm power makes you harder to provoke, less reactive,
Okay.
and actually easier to help because you're clearer. The signature it leaves on the world, the hope he has, is visible. Clear eyes, steady voice, unhurried presence, helpful hands.
Clear eyes, steady voice, unhurried presence, helpful hands. A
Like-
powerful image to strive for. Go softly, everyone, but go with structure. Let that quieter rhythm start to play out.